Hey guys, Migz here, and I'm with Kurth Loosenort.
That's it, yeah.
All right, it's like take 5. Perfect. Kurth, good to see you again. It's been
too.
a full year. I see that they decided to pay you well.
I'm overdressed.
So you're wearing a suit
I'm
this
100%
time.
overdressed for Florida, no matter what.
So what is that, like moisture wicking shirt?
I would hope so.
Yeah?
Yeah, otherwise we're all in trouble. It's the best I can do.
Let's take a look at the cars.
Migz just asked me to talk a little bit about the special cars that we have here today, and one of those is absolutely the Speedtail. This is a completely new direction, even for McLaren. We were the first company that ever had a hybrid hypercar, but this is something really, really special. This car is going to start at over 1,000 horsepower, but it's also an incredibly different design and style. It's sleek, it's smooth. It basically is the slipperiest car on the planet, and this will achieve a top speed of 250 miles an hour, but it'll do it again and again and again. It's not just a one-time top speed type of car, and it's also faster up to 200 miles an hour than anything else out there. Because if we're honest, that highest speed is amazing, but how often will we really ever get there? So quick acceleration all the way up to 250 is phenomenal. It's a really long car. The shape is incredible, and this is one that I know is not easy to see in person, but it's phenomenal. And the number of times you can look at every picture and every video online, it'll still be completely different in person. And this is really special. It's already an incredibly slippery car. It controls the air around it very, very well. But unlike most of our cars with big wings and active aero management that's very obvious and dramatic, this is very subtle. This is actually flexible carbon fiber. And at speed, these will lift. They will help with downforce at the back of the car, but you can't even see a seam across the back. And this is something, like most of this car, that doesn't exist anywhere else in the industry. But one of the biggest things we didn't touch on quite yet, and this is huge for the car, you could say it's central to the car really, is the center driving position. A lot of people like to talk about this car and the F1 from the 90s as a 3-seat car, and it's true. But the real purpose was never to have 3 seats. The real purpose was to put the driver in the optimal driving position, directly in the center, like a race car, and then incidentally, you have some space around you as well. Because this is designed to be a hyper GT. Incredibly high speed, long driving, great comfort and luxury, and that is your rear view. Not a mirror, but a camera with screens inside, so you really never even have to take your eyes off the road to see everything around you. And the visibility is phenomenal. This is a glass canopy all the way up and around, so you feel like you have a ton of space, especially since you're in the middle. And yes, just for that extra level of badassery, we do have a snorkel on the top, feeding air directly into the mid-engine. And the wheel covers are aerodynamic. It's also important to mention, with the drama of this car, with the look of this car, was incredibly intentional. Rob Melville just said bold over and over. It has to be bold, it has to be different, or else what are we really trying to do? And the wheel covers are different, they're distinct, they are bold, they're also functional. It does make a difference, and they wanted to shave off every bit of aerodynamic performance they possibly could on this car. And because it's so smooth and so slippery, some of the pro drivers who have taken this car out and some of the other highest speed cars in the world have said, sure, you can go in another car and you can even hit a higher speed, but anything above 200, you take the foot off the throttle and it just immediately slows down. Just starts to stop on its own because they're so big and they're so heavy. This one just continues to glide, even at high speed, because it's so aerodynamic.
Kurth, it's been a pleasure. Thank you again for spending time with us today.
Always fun, man. It's good to see you.
These are great cars, and time to test drive all of them.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Until later, we'll see you next time on Migz TV.